I don't know where this is going to lead. It could lead to my death, but it might lead to something cool.
Hi, I'm James Rath, and I was born blind, legally. At a young age, I discovered how a camera can magnify and bring the world into focus. This was my first experience with the concept of accessibility, the quality of being easily reached, entered, or used by people who have a disability. I was born in Delaware. After graduating from high school with a 1.8 GPA in 2014, I flew across the country and moved to Los Angeles, California. Over the last few years, I made a movie about how Apple's technology impacted my life. It landed me a one-on-one interview with the CEO himself, Tim Cook. And yeah, he got the job. I directed a commercial campaign for Tommy Hilfiger. That very commercial scored 3 Cannes Lions Advertising Festival Awards. Not too shabby for my first directing gig. Sometimes these trips are shared with my girlfriend, colleagues, or sometimes I'm even flying solo. One thing has never changed though. Traveling with a disability, specifically blindness, is truly what it means to venture into the unknown. I'm James Rath, and we're going blind abroad.
You know what a good travel tip is? Not waiting 6 hours before your flight to apply for a visa.
At the start of 2020, a Turkey-based agency contacted me to collaborate on a new commercial campaign for an application that promises to make movies and media more accessible for blind people. I could not let this opportunity go. I wanted to learn more about this technology and explore the accessibility offerings in Turkey. The next thing I knew, I was catching a last-minute flight to Istanbul.
Cool. So let's figure out where to go. I don't know where the Turkish Air would be. I feel like I do this every time I go to Tom Bradley. I'm so passive, and I need to be more assertive when trying to find someone. This is something I gotta get over. Hi. Excuse me, but do you know where I would find Turkish Airlines?
Would you like an assistance?
I
can just walk with you there.
Yeah, if that's all right. Yeah, I can.
Or you want to grab my arm? Which one do you prefer? I can hold your cane, or you want me to hold this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably will need my cane.
She meant well,
Okay.
But I can't recommend taking a blind person's white cane. I kinda need that for spatial awareness.
They told me for you to have a seat on one of the chairs.
Okay.
The unfortunate thing is, there are multiple parties involved with providing assistance at the airport, and you never have an accurate time frame of when you'll get help. This can cause a lot of anxiety, as I was waiting for nearly 30 minutes without a sight guide showing up. Ultimately, I just had to say something, because my flight was not being delayed. However, it seemed like I was.
To get to TSA, it's just right up, if I remember correctly, to the right?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, cool.
Do you
Thank
need
you.
any assistance? Again, if you need, I can call a wheelchair for you.
No wheelchair should be necessary.
They always ask or even pressure me to use a wheelchair. My legs work just fine. It's my eyes that are broken. In the end, this man was a representative of Turkish Airlines, when it's actually LAX's responsibility to provide assistance throughout the airport. I'm not sure what the delay was, but this kind man stepped up and offered to guide me, even though he's not necessarily trained to do so.
Full speed ahead.
Full speed ahead.
This is Josh Forbes. He's a film director who found my work while researching my particular eye conditions, ocular albinism and nystagmus. The reason for his research was it turned out that his 2 young sons were just diagnosed with both these conditions. Since then, we've worked together on multiple projects.
Normally when you go to the airport, how do you find... Usually you have someone guiding. Oh, like me?
Yeah, I don't have a sense of time or reality right now. After 13 hours on the flight.
Hi. How are you? We made it.
These are representatives from the gang agency. And this is our production assistant, Sepkin. She'll be our guide to Istanbul. As the song says, Istanbul was Constantinople. Now it's Turkish delight on a moonlit night, straddling the Bosphorus Strait. It's a city that is both in Asia and Europe. It borders the old world and the new. It's a land of rich history, generous people, and taste and smells that transport you back in time.
I'm just trying to think, like, what is something that maybe Istanbul?
In Istanbul,
Istanbul. Still messing up.
Like riding a camel.
riding camel. I can find you a camel.
Would you? So you do have them?
No, in the zoo.
Over here, up against the pole where you would indicate that it's time to cross, there's actually kind of like a little bit of a road map, it feels like. And looks like there's some braille down here. Now, I wouldn't be able to read Turkish braille. Now, if you are deaf-blind or you prefer vibration or tactile, all right, so now it's actually vibrating, so let me know it's time to cross, and here we are. There's these tactiles, which are pretty common in a lot of countries, to kind of indicate when you're about to get onto a road or hit a corner. What's nice is there's these trails to kind of keep you aligned and straight. And these trails, I think, were really started in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. I did not have any idea that they were in Istanbul. So I guess it isn't just for blind people, it's also for scooters as well. So as we arrive on set today, I'm very much looking forward to meeting another aspiring blind filmmaker, and there aren't many of us, very few. Maybe give him any kind of advice. I know where I was and where I developed from that, and I'm happy to share my journey and my path with him. But at the same time, I hope he takes that as reference to further develop where he is and maybe find his own path. So we are here on set. We are getting breakfast while they prepare, but at the same time, I had them bring me some Turkish coffee. I personally have loved coffee. Coffee is a big part of my day-to-day, and I'm also not the most explored. I stick to what I know and what I like. It's pretty good. I don't mind it. Hey Casey, nice to meet you.
This opportunity had me meeting nearly 20 blind youth who are experiencing cinema that is accessible to the blind.
3, 2, 1, oyun, action!
This experience is thanks to an app developed by Turkish tech company Turkcell. One of the kids in particular, Kerem, has had an interest in film production, and Turkcell arranged for myself to meet and motivate Kerem. Ever since I was young, I always loved making movies, but truth be told, I could rarely ever see a movie. Most of my memories of watching movies as a kid are based on the dialogue and blurry colors. As an adult, I discovered an accessibility practice that ensures that blind viewers can be granted access to movies like everyone else. The practice is known as audio descriptions. It involves voice talent to narrate the visual elements of a film in between the dialogue. The thing is, audio descriptions can be hard to come by, as not every video-on-demand service supports them, not every studio provides them, and not every theater properly trains their staff to even be aware of them. This is where Turkcell's app comes into play. The idea is that it simply syncs up an audio description track with the film that you're watching, thanks to the microphone on your smartphone. This way, you can independently enjoy films even if you're blind. I sat down with the senior product manager at Turkcell, Gamze Sefuglu. She helped head the development of the audio description application.
You've been blind since birth.
Yes, but my right eye can see objects as form.
You currently work at Turkcell.
Yes, I'm responsible for the application for disabled people, like my dream companion application for blind people. It includes like daily news columns, thousands of audiobooks, magazines, trainings, and also we have audio description technology, which is the most popular technology in Turkey for blind people. Our application can recognize the parts in the film, and when the dialogue stops, detailed audio description automatically starts by synchronizing with the film, and blind people are able to watch movies.
It's awesome.
We can implement this technology in USA with your collaboration.
Which would be great.
Yeah. We need just content providers.
Right.
Our technology is ready to implement in different countries actually.
So it's currently midnight here in Istanbul. We are on set and they are filming a film within a film. The scene involves two kids who are dressed as detectives, playing the roles of detectives. So it's been a long night.
Hi, I'm James Rath, and I'm a legally blind filmmaker, and one of few in the world. And now, thanks to this film, Kerem is one of them too.
The following day, Sepkin agreed to show me around the historical city of Istanbul. It amazed me. Despite some parts being largely old architecture and inaccessible, there were modern streets that went beyond any accessibility offerings that I've come across in the United States. Next stop, the Grand Bazaar. This is one of the oldest and largest covered markets in the world. Built in 1455 after the Ottoman conquest of Constantinople, the Grand Bazaar was named by Travel and Leisure the #1 most visited tourist attraction, with almost 1 billion visitors a year.
Let's check out what the Grand Bazaar has to offer.
I needed to pick up a gift for my anniversary. If I was going to find it, it was most certainly going to be here.
You wanna try this? Look, this candy place?
Banana, pomegranate with pistachio. Here, sir. It's a little sour, little sweet.
Yeah, it's good. Like jewelry.
Also, they do kind of devil lights.
Yeah, maybe that one. $25 US. It's a cute little bracelet. I'm sure you'll like it. You know, I've never seen the appeal of something being flashy.
Amid the cobblestones and free-roaming cats of Istanbul, in the Galata neighborhood stands, you guessed it, Galata Tower. It was built in 1348, and it was used as a lookout point. This might be one of the oldest buildings I've ever been in. Our guide, Sepkin, took us on a tour to the top for tasty treats and for what could be considered one of the best views in the city. I cannot confirm this claim.
So we made it.
Yeah, we made it.
All right.
Is it okay?
From what you told me, it's kind of a little milky, like creamy, and there's cinnamon inside. It's not bad. I'll be honest, you know what it tastes like? Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's good, I like it.
While standing outside on the panoramic observatory deck of the Galata Tower, I used an app called Be My Eyes, which connects me to a willing sighted volunteer who is going to describe what me and my phone are facing.
Galata, right? Galata Tower. Am I saying that right? I'm gonna double tap to open it on my phone, and what it's gonna allow me to do is call a random volunteer. Oh, connected. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, my name is James.
Hi, James. How are you doing?
I'm good. What's your name?
Matthew.
Hi, Matthew. I'm currently I'm at like a sightseeing tower. I just kind of wanted to have a nice little description of like what people are sightseeing here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome, thank you.
It looks like there's a lot of water over there, and there's like a mountain behind the water.
Oh, there's mountains in the back?
Yeah, like right there. Looks like a pretty cool steeple like right in front of you. Looks pretty cool. And then all these buildings, a bunch of different colors, and it's pretty cool seeing them all like packed in together with each other.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Matthew, for letting me your site and giving us a little bit more visual context as to what's happening here. Matthew did a pretty good job. Yeah, it made it very personal. There's apparently a bird just chilling on a security camera here.
I could have had Josh or Sepkin easily describe this view, but I liked the idea of connecting with a total stranger who was 4,836 miles away through technology. Now, while Matthew witnessed the view, I got to experience the smell of the water, the sounds of the city, the breeze 300 feet up. And I think I can confirm, this is definitely one of the best views in the city of Istanbul. I'm back in Los Angeles. Part of me is really kind of missing Turkey, however. I very much will cherish the people who I met and the experiences that I had during my stay in Turkey. And it kind of just blows my mind how many people I didn't get to know, how many people are still out there with like amazing stories and experiences to tell. Everyone at Turkcell involved in the trip that I got to experience, thank you from the bottom of my heart. The disability community is one of the largest in the world, and disability is such a huge part of what puts the human in humanity. Despite people adapting in different ways to life experiences, disability is just such a huge part of life. I'm James Rath, and I can't wait to keep doing this. I can't wait to tell more stories and meet new people and discover what's happening around the world that maybe we can all learn from. This is Blind Abroad. I'll hear you next time.